Hi everyone, my name is Lingo. Welcome back to my channel for those of you who are returning. And thank you so much for tuning in. To those of you who are new, I'm Lingo. It's great to meet you. Thank you for joining me. We're almost at 100 subscribers, so make sure to go ahead, click that subscribe button. Today's video is going to be the soft glam look that I did with all of my favorite products from 2020 based on what I used the most. 2020 was like the year of soft glam, and I felt like this look was just the look of the year, at least for me especially. So I'm really excited to get into that. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and share the video. You know, don't hold it to yourself. Share. Like I always say, sharing is caring, so don't forget. Either way, let's get into this video. So first thing is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I bought the Hydro Grip Primer in the travel size first because I wasn't sure if I would like it that much. And it actually lasted me a good amount of time. I was really surprised. I do have other primers that I already use too, but this one was just divine. I didn't expect it to be that great. I bought it because everybody was talking about it. Everybody was talking about it when it first came out, and it was a great purchase. I was like, well, is it really worth it? Because there was a time where I was trying out new foundations and I felt like they just weren't working as perfectly as they should have, and it was because I was using the wrong primers. And one thing that I learned is using a water-based primer with a water-based foundation and an oil-based with an oil-based foundation is very important. I learned that the hard way. But this primer has been amazing. I think I'm ready to buy the full size. The only thing that scares me is that it won't work as well as it like runs out. So I might still buy the mini and just continue to buy the minis. I love it because it works with every foundation that I've tried with it. Whether it's like a mattifying foundation or a hydrating foundation. The next thing that I'm going in with is the Fenty Pro Filt'r Hydrating Foundation in 385. I'm going to use my beauty blender for this. I talked about this last time. It's the Real Techniques Face and Body Beauty Blender. Like the size is so great because it just covers so much, but I feel like it doesn't remove as much product as the other ones. It's great when you don't have time, but you still have to do your full beat. You all know I'm gonna have to go around my nose with a brush because of my nose piercing. Oh, the update I was supposed to tell you guys. So you guys will never believe my nose ring, or the original jewelry, like one day randomly popped out of my nose. Like it was just sticking out, and I was like, what's going on? So I was like, maybe it's just what is it? Yeah, I didn't think anything of it. I thought it was just like, just decided to show up extra today. And it was like the end of the night, and I was literally about to go to bed, and it was literally sticking out of my face, and I tried to push it back. It wouldn't go back in. I had the biggest panic attack ever, and it like, I pushed it in and then it came all the way out, and it wouldn't go back inside my nose. So I had to figure out if there was a jewelry shop that would be available the next day. But there wasn't. Well, actually no, there was. So I basically kind of got it re-pierced, and like the night before when it first came out, I put a hoop that I had in it and the piercing because I just didn't want it to close, but I kind of had to push it in. And so when I got it, like when I changed out the jewelry at the shop, when I got there, my nose was swollen and it was in so much pain. The lady was like, you kind of pierced a new hole into your nose. So that really scared me, but it all worked out. But I have this annoying bump on my nose and I kind of hate it. But it is what it is. It's the price you pay. So I'm just gonna cover the, there's a mark from like dryness on my nose right now. I get really dry around here in the winter. So I'm just gonna cover like any hyperpigmentation I have around my nose. Before I get into my brows, I'm going to do my concealer, highlight my nose and forehead. Ooh. the L'Oreal Infallible concealer won my heart. I don't know what is in here, but the formulation is just amazing. It blends really well. It smells amazing. And I'm gonna go in with my big beauty blender again and just blend out my forehead because I just don't need that to be super highlighted. Another concealer that I used very often was the Fenty. I forgot to color correct. Oh, snap! Okay, well, honorary product will be the Urban Decay color corrector. Just FYI, I forgot to use that. That's okay. This concealer does such a great job with covering everything that it needs to cover. So I typically use this before, because the shade I bought it in 330. Just does the job for just coverage, and then I go in with the highlighting one after when I use this concealer. Because I bought it a little darker than I wanted, just it wasn't the highlighting color I normally get. So that's for that. For contouring my forehead, I used the Maybelline Super Stay Foundation in Cocoa, I think. Now this was like a game changer when I started doing that, because it wasn't too dark, it was just the perfect shade. So I'm gonna go in with that brush that I always use, and I'm gonna just over my forehead. I'm gonna contour my face after my last layer of concealer. So what I do with my concealers, I do like my full coverage concealer first, when it's like closer to my skin tone, and I do my highlighting concealer after my eyeshadow, so that I can catch any fallout, and it's like everything is cleaned up after my eyeshadow's done. So that's what we're gonna do today. Now y'all know how much I talk about this pencil. I can open the other side. The Maybelline Brow Precise Micro Pencil in the color Soft Brown. Oh no, I've been going crazy with this pencil. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. Brows, I'm gonna do off camera. Check mark on the brows. I can't talk and do brows anymore, it's too much. Now, we're gonna move on to eyeshadow. I already primed my lids with some concealer, give it a good base. I'm gonna go in with my, okay, this palette looks so crazy, but what better palette to do a soft glam look than with the Soft Glam Anastasia Beverly Hills palette? No better palette. I actually love this palette for like everyday looks because the colors are just gorgeous, and I even take this palette for traveling because it has the golds and bronze, and it just has everything that I'm looking for. You guys can probably see a little bit of my water tank. Oh, like it's not even a tank, it's like a water, I don't know what to call it, guys, but I bought this water like it's not a pitcher. You know how Britas have a pitcher? It's like the size up from the pitcher, the one little thing that you just like push down for the water dispenser, I guess. It's so big, and I refilled it today. Now why I have it, it's because I'm so lazy about drinking water, and I was like, the only way I'm gonna drink water is if I have a big thing of water in my room. So I drink it in the morning, drink before I go, just drink it all day, because I'm in my room most of the time, obviously with COVID, and I hate going downstairs just for water. So I bought a big water thingy dispenser, and I knew the day would come where it just drops and spills all over the place, but that was unfortunately today. It literally felt like a flood happened in my room. I filled it up, it was super full, and it freaking spilled by my bed, and it was so much. And I'd moved it because I didn't want it next to me while I was filming, but I was like, you know, it's not gonna spill there. And it wasn't gonna spill, it's because I was getting water that it spilled. And I was like, at least now I know I can have it by my bed. So it's back where it's supposed to be. I'm never moving it again. I can't afford it. I miss traveling so much. And the other day I was talking about that with my cousin, and then I remembered this crazy time where I almost like got detained by TSA, and it was actually horrifying because I was only like 10 years old. What year was I 10 years old? It's 2020, I'm 20, or it's 2021, 24. Now, 10 years ago, I was 14. Okay, so it was 4 minus 2010. Oh yeah, it was like 2005 or 2006. At this time, like, airport security was like, it had just changed, you know, it got super crazy after 9/11. It was just even more intense. So for some reason, I was wearing this tracksuit. It was like a velour tracksuit and the zippers were metal, but I had multiple pockets, like pockets on my sleeve, pockets on my arm. I mean, pockets on my arm, like my sleeves, and then on the leg of the pants. Just pockets and zippers, metal zippers all over, and had these little like snowflake details and stuff like that on the zipper. So obviously, I guess the metal detector went off, but like I didn't know it went off. It just like went off, and they didn't say anything to me. They were like, I was traveling with my grandma to Minnesota, and they were like, we're taking her. And I had a heart attack. They like took me to a private room. She's like, can I just be there? She's like, you guys can do whatever, but just like let me be next to her. They were like, no, she has to be by herself. And I was so scared. It was just the most terrifying experience because they like interrogate you. They made me take off my jacket. I didn't really have anything under my jacket. I had like an undershirt, but it was like really big because I think like, I think I ran out of shirts or something over there. It's like the last day, like, it was just weird, you know? And then they like, so they didn't strip search me, but they like searched me. They made me take off my jacket. They searched my clothes, searched my jacket, patted me down, and they're like, okay, you're good to go. And I was like, what? It was just the scariest thing ever. And then on that flight going home, there was so much turbulence that from a storm. So there was a storm happening that same time, and there was a whole bunch of turbulence, and freaking you could see the lightning on the plane, like on the ride, and the whole plane was shaking. And I remember we were sitting next to these frat boys, and they were so annoying because they were like, well, this is so cool, and I'm like crying. My grandma and I are praying, like, you know, for the best case scenario. But it was just so crazy. It was like the craziest plane ride of my life, the craziest airport experience all in one day. I'm gonna do super soft cut crease, and I'm gonna go in with Nutmeg. This is the Sephora Make No Mistake concealer. These concealers are just super high coverage. I just don't like tubes. Like, I don't like concealers that come in tubes.
Why?
Because of the tube, that's it. They're so high coverage, and they're like nice and tacky. You don't have to wait too long. They just like do that. They know their jobs really well. Oh, but back to this water tank thing. Oh my god, my hair. If drinking water is your New Year's resolution, I'm telling you, get either a pitcher or the big tanks so that you can have it in your room, fill it up a couple times a week, and just leave it there. If you're okay with drinking room temperature water, it's worth having this in your room. So I mixed the 2 shades Dusty Rose and Orange Soda, and I'm going to take that on my lid. I feel like that's my favorite lid color for a soft glam look. But yeah, happy 2021, guys. I'm just so proud of us. Give yourself a round of applause for making it to 2021 because you deserve it. We made it. God is good. I just feel like we are so blessed to be alive, to be healthy and well. And, you know, we all know not everybody was able to have that blessing, and it's just a big deal. It's like the main thing, like surviving this is like crazy. Take Cypress Umber. This looks amazing. Just gonna go ahead and blend that out with a fluffier brush. Guys, if you know of any great black owned brush sellers, like makeup lines, but also that sell brushes, let me know, because I just need new brushes anyway, and I want to support black owned if I'm going to get them. That's actually a big reason why I haven't bought new brushes, because I'm like, I'm going to do it, I need to do it right. I'm going to go back with L'Oreal concealer, letting all that sit for a little bit, except for my nose. So another thing I did a lot of 2020 was mix my, this top is so disgusting. Oh, this is even more disgusting, but mix the Maybelline Super Stay Foundation. I mixed that with Cocoa Bean because there was a point in the year where I was like, this is getting too dark. And I knew that I was just going in too heavy with my contour. So I'm going to mix that with a tad bit of that foundation. Literally the taddest of tads of bits. Because we still want it to like contour, you know? Look how pretty and flawless that is. And then mixing it with the liquid just makes it so, wow. It just, what's it called? It blends so much nicer. Blend that out. Okay, I'm gonna get closer though because I can't see. Make sure this comes out perfect. Primer combos that I love is the Becca Primer, the mattifying one with the Smashbox one. But I just loved the, what's it called? I love the Hydro Grip one because it just really did everything I needed it to do at one time. I'm just gonna add my highlight to my inner corner and we're gonna powder everything. We almost done, y'all. I lit it. Oh, I can't wait to talk about the blush when I get there. I can't wait to share it with you guys. You already know the favorite Mercier powder. I did not change. That ain't gonna change. That I didn't change. But I guess I'm telling you guys about my favorite stuff of this year. I mean last year, not like what's changing. This was a technique I learned 2022. I mean as well. I can't say 2022 because that's gonna be next year. But just setting my under eye with my powder, or really my whole face, but specifically focusing that with my beauty blender, changed my life. Because I'm so annoyed. I have like this ugly pimple right here. I have a photo shoot tomorrow. I already know that's gonna get retouched. I mean, I hope it does because she is not cute. I hate her, but it's okay. Just try and get whatever is like. Okay, there's this scar right here. I didn't color correct it, which is all my fault. I don't know how I forgot to color correct, but I did. I just touched up that one blemish with a little more foundation after I powder. I know you're not supposed to do that, but I do it and it always works. And then I set it again with like a little bit more powder with the same brush. This, I don't know if it's the brush, if that's the reason why this works, but it don't matter because it works. I'm gonna go in with the Micro Smooth powder for bronzing slash just enhancing that contour. I'm over my nails with the contour powder. Oh my god. I use this brush to for my eyeshadow, and now my contour is so dark on my nose. Oh my god. Wait, I found a brush I love. Okay, let's try that again. We blended it out, thank god. I'm gonna just take glistening. I'm gonna go in with Rustic and Sienna under my eye. Before I go into my mascara for my bottom lashes. Guys, I am obsessed with these lashes. I think these were my most used lashes throughout the year. These are, you know what's crazy? I got these lashes I think at the beginning of the year because My girl Fave dropped her lashes, I think in February. I feel like it was after New Year's, so maybe January, February. I think this was even the look I wore to her drop, which was, it's just funny that I'm doing that. Her brand is called Beauty Equals You. These are her lashes in Aminatu. Favorite thing about it is that she named them after like different African queens. It's just so beautiful. These lashes, like, I think 90% of the time, anytime I did like a full glam look, I'm wearing these lashes. So hats off to you, Faven, because they're amazing. Oh, the packaging is so cute too. So make sure you cop those lashes. They're so bomb. I'm linking everything below, so that will definitely be in the description box. I'm gonna go ahead and finish my lashes off camera. Favorite lip combo. NYX brow pencil. I have so many of these pencils that like I find them, then I lose them, then buy new ones, the same thing over and over again. Typical of me. This lipstick. This is a matte lipstick in the shade Honey Love. Oh my god, it's just so pretty. Look at that combo. They're definitely a fave. The Milani Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumping Glosses. I don't know what they did, but they did it, and that's all we need to know. Oh, just like the shine, the shimmer, it's the perfect amount of everything. I don't know who's in the lab, but they're doing it. They chefed it up real great. Like, it's just so bomb. And then on top of this lipstick, killed it. Just killed it. This blush was the reason I was like, I need to find more blushes that I'm obsessed with. So I got the NYX blush in Double Dare. It's the HD blush. And it's this beautiful orangey, y'all, my lid is like falling off, but can you see it? Look how gorgeous this is. It's just gorgeous. And it's so pigmented, a little bit long way, but I always put it all out in my hand. I mean, on my brush. Oh god, this is just so stunning. And that is the final look. Hope you guys enjoyed the look. Comment any products that I might have forgotten, or just anything that you love 2020. Not just like makeup, it could be hair, it could be food, it could be anything. So make sure to like this video, don't forget to share the video, and subscribe if you haven't already, which I know you have. I have faith in you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a blessed rest of your day or evening, whatever time it is when you're watching, and see you next time.